Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers and updates reveal Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, appears ready to crumble at Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton, hospital bedside, after Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, shoots his son. In the week of July 7 to 11, 3 characters will be shot. And it seems that Liam will be among them. Bill will feel responsible for the shooting. Liam might get shot while trying to protect Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Missinswood, leading to a dire need for life-saving surgery. Once Bill hears the news about the incident, he'll be devastated. It's a sure thing that Bill will feel accountable for Liam's wounds since he played a role in Luna's pardon. According to B&B Spoilers, there's also a hard truth to confront regarding Liam, so Bill might stumble upon the devastating news of Liam's inoperable brain tumor in addition to everything else. This revelation could unleash a wave of emotions as Bill grapples with all that is happening. In the episode airing on July 11, Bill will recognize that everyone has every right to be furious with him. Given that Bill will also be just as angry with himself for aiding Luna in gaining her freedom, he'll fully grasp the anger directed at him. However, Bill will emphasize that there's only one thing that truly matters to him at this moment. His sole focus will be on seeing Liam, and he should eventually be allowed a visit once Liam is on the mend from his emergency surgery. We anticipate that Bill has some emotionally charged scenes ahead, so he's likely to break down at Liam's bedside in the hospital. Bill might let the tears flow and convey his profound regret for unleashing Luna upon the people he cares about. If Liam remains in a coma for a while, Bill might plead with his son to return to him. Even though Bill fears they might not have much time left due to the tumor, he could urge Liam to awaken and strive for more moments together as a family. Naturally, there might be an unexpected twist on the horizon, as Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, is suddenly being pursued by someone over the phone. Grace is incredibly resolute about getting Liam the treatment he needs, indicating that there must be more happening beneath the surface. There has been some discussion surrounding Dr. Reese Buckingham's, Wayne Brady, struggle with gambling addiction and Grace's efforts to move forward from her ex-husband. However, she might still find herself entangled in some of his issues. Fans will recall the significant chaos that ensued, including an illegal adoption scheme that led to the belief that Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace, had died, resulting in her being placed with Steffy. Liam's hospitalization could unveil some hidden truths about Grace, particularly concerning the pills she's administering to him and any deceptive information she's provided about the tumor. Meanwhile, the bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that Bill might express his emotions at Liam's bedside, so be sure to catch the touching moments that are on the horizon. The cool, antiseptic scent of the hospital clung to Bill Spencer's expensive suit like an unwelcome memory. The hallway outside Liam's room was dimly lit, sterile and quiet save for the steady beeping of life-sustaining machines behind the closed door. Bill stood frozen, his hand resting on the door handle, his world a chaotic swirl of guilt, heartbreak, and regret. His son, his flesh and blood, lay just beyond that threshold, fighting for his life. And Bill Spencer, the man who had once been unshakable, was utterly shattered. A father's loyalist unity mayor. It had all happened so fast. One moment, Liam was at the Forrester estate, confronting someone. Bill still didn't know who. The next, he was being rushed to University Hospital with a gunshot wound to the chest. The bullet had narrowly missed his heart, the doctors said. But the trauma, the blood loss, it had done its damage. Liam was unconscious, unresponsive, and now, all Bill could do was wait. The last time they spoke, they argued. Liam was furious with Bill for interfering in his life again, especially in matters of Luna and Steffy. Bill had tried to protect him, had insisted Luna wasn't to be trusted. But Liam had begged his father to back off, to stop trying to fix things the Spencer way. "I'm not you, Dad," Liam had shouted. "I don't want to be. And now those words haunted Bill in the quiet of the hospital, circling in his mind like vultures waiting to descend. Katie's arrival. Bill wasn't alone for long. Katie Logan, pale and composed, arrived minutes after the call. Her eyes widened when she saw Bill's disheveled state, his loosened tie, the strain in his face, the dark wetness in his eyes. "Bill," she said gently, putting a hand on his arm. "I failed him," he whispered. "Again." Katie's heart cracked at the sight of the man she once loved looking so broken. "You didn't fail him. You're here now. That counts for something." He shook his head, jaw clenched. "No. I was too busy playing puppet master, meddling, pushing him into corners. All I've ever done is hurt him." Katie gently led him to the waiting area. But Bill kept glancing back at the door to Liam's room, like leaving it unguarded for even a moment would steal his son away for good. "What happened, Katie?" he asked coarsely. "Who did this to him?" Katie looked down, biting her lip. "Nobody's talking yet. Finn's in with the detectives. There's rumors about Grace Buckingham. Some think she had something to do with it." Bill narrowed his eyes. "Grace? What would she?" "It's complicated," Katie said. "But all of it stems from Liam trying to protect Luna. That much I know." Bill's face paled further. "I tried to keep them apart. I told him she was dangerous. Maybe if I hadn't interfered, he wouldn't have been there in the first place." "Don't do that," Katie warned. "Don't torture yourself. Whoever did this pulled the trigger, not you." But in Bill's mind, he might as well have loaded the gun. Facing T80 passed. The hours passed slowly, painfully. The only sounds were the occasional soft footsteps of nurses, the buzzing of overhead lights, and the stifled sobs of visitors in other rooms. When the doctor finally emerged, Bill stood so quickly his chair fell backward. "He's stable," the doctor said. "But we're keeping him sedated to allow his body to heal. There's a lot of swelling, and we're concerned about possible neurological damage. But the next 24 hours will be crucial." "Can I see him?" Bill asked, his voice barely audible. The doctor nodded. Inside the room, the rhythmic beeping of monitors filled the silence. Liam lay motionless, pale against the white sheets, with an oxygen mask over his face and a series of IV lines snaking out of his arms. Bill walked in, each step weighted by a lifetime of mistakes. He sat beside the bed, reached for Liam's hand, and for the first time in decades, tears rolled freely down Dollar Bill's face. "I don't even know where to begin," he whispered. His voice cracked, raw with emotion. "You always saw the best in people. Even in me, when you were little, you thought I was some kind of hero. And I let you believe it. But I wasn't, Liam. I never was." The machines beat steadily in response. "I thought I was helping you," he continued. "Tearing down obstacles, carving out paths. But really, I was just bulldozing over your choices. You wanted peace, love, a family. And I gave you chaos." Bill stood, unable to sit still, pacing beside the bed like a caged animal. "When you said you weren't like me, it stung. But you were right. You're better than me, Liam. You always were." He reached out again, gripping Liam's hand tighter. "Please, fight. Come back. I need a second chance to do this right." Waiwaiiti. The door swung open quietly, and Wyatt Spencer entered, his face tight with worry. "Dad," he said. Bill turned, and the two men stared at each other for a beat. Then Wyatt crossed the room and wrapped his father in a firm, brotherly hug. "I came as soon as I heard," Wyatt said. "Is he?" Bill nodded, unable to speak. Wyatt looked over at his half-brother and swallowed hard. He looked so small. "Liam was always the one who held us together. He was the heart, you know." Bill choked back a sob. "And I took a sledgehammer to that heart." Wyatt looked at his father, something unspoken passing between them. "We still have time. But you've got to let go of the guilt, Dad. It's not about you right now. It's about Liam." Bill nodded slowly. "You're right. But I don't know how to stop feeling like I put him here." "You didn't," Wyatt said firmly. And if you want to help him now, really help, then be here when he wakes up. Be the dad he always wanted. It was a tall order, but Bill vowed in that moment to try. Wise visit. The next visitor was perhaps the most unexpected and the most emotional. Steffi Forrester, tear-streaked and visibly shaken, entered the room in silence. She walked up to Liam's bedside and took his hand, her thumb brushing over his knuckles. "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "You were trying to protect us. Protect Luna. And now look at you." Bill tensed at the other side of the room but didn't interrupt. "I never should have let you go that night. I thought you were just being dramatic. You know how stubborn we both are," she said with a small, broken laugh. "But you were right. Something was off. And now..." Her voice faltered. "I can't lose you, Liam. Not again. You're the father of my child. You're..." She stopped herself. "You're one of the only people who ever truly saw me." Bill stepped forward then. "He's lucky to have someone like you." Steffi looked at him, startled, but nodded. "We both are." They stood on opposite sides of Liam's bed. Two people who'd once fought over power and pride, now united by fear and grief. The GJOST of Sheila. News traveled fast. Outside the hospital, paparazzi had already begun to gather. Rumors swirled that Sheila Carter had something to do with the shooting, or at least with Grace Buckingham's alleged breakdown that led to it. Some said Sheila had manipulated Grace, playing on her need for control and jealousy. Others believed Sheila had orchestrated the entire thing as part of a twisted scheme to get back into Finn's life. Bill didn't know what to believe anymore. But what he did know was that if Sheila was involved, even indirectly, he'd make her pay. No mercy, no negotiation. This time, she wouldn't walk away. He kissed Liam's forehead and whispered, "You just focus on getting better. Let me handle the monsters." The first SIGN. As night began to fall, the hospital lights dimmed and quiet settled once more over the ICU. Bill remained at Liam's side, clutching his hand and murmuring stories from Liam's childhood. The time he taught him to ride a bike. Their first father-son camping trip. The time they rebuilt a car engine together and Liam accidentally glued his fingers to the carburetor. Then, a flicker. Liam's fingers twitched. Bill froze, staring. Another twitch. Then, miraculously, Liam's hand squeezed his father's. Bill shot to his feet, eyes wide. "Liam? Liam, can you hear me?" Liam's eyelids fluttered. He groaned softly, his lips parting slightly. Tears poured down Bill's cheeks as he pressed the call button and shouted into the hallway, "He's waking up. Liam's waking up." The PROMIC. The doctors flooded in, followed by nurses, monitors beeping with activity and hopeful energy. Bill stepped back as they worked, but he never took his eyes off Liam's face. Katie returned to his side, clutching his arm. "He's going to be okay." Bill nodded, breathless, overcome. Later, when the chaos calmed and Liam had drifted into a healing sleep, Bill leaned in one last time and whispered, "I'm not going to waste this second chance. I'm going to be the father you deserve. I promise you, son, no more schemes, no more control. Just love, real love." For the first time in days, the heavy weight on Bill's chest lifted, just a little. And in that moment, with the steady beat of the heart monitor beside him, Dollar Bill Spencer rediscovered something he thought he'd lost long ago. Hope. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAU to Life UPDATE YouTube channel for more update news.